Hello, it's been a while since I've done one of these. So recently, Santa Clara Regional happened this weekend, and I got my boy Nicholas here. Nicholas, tell me what you played at this regional.
So I played a pure Eldlich trap.
Excellent. And why did you decide to play pure Eldlich traps?
Well, I wasn't gonna bring heroes because I draw a Lockbird, and I just chose the one deck I was most comfortable with.
All right. Then let's get into it.
I guess starting off with the monsters, it's very small monsters. Three of the Golden Boy himself.
Yes.
I wasn't around during tier format, so I never played three Eldlich in my deck before, but it was pretty useful. Never summoned him 3 times before.
Yeah.
Next is 2 Lord of the Heavenly Prisons. I would play 3, but I don't have 3. And during the regional, I never really got to use its protection effect because most people were running Cosmic Cyclones, but it was good as a giant beater on board.
Yep.
And then next is the one hand trap I played. 3 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit.
Yep.
I originally put this in against super heavy samurais, but I never went against them, so it was pretty dead. In the future, I want to replace these with Joel Lockbird. Yeah. And those are the monsters, just
Okay.
8 monsters. Next are the spells. For the Eldlich stuff, we got 3 Curse to Eldwind. I'm pretty sure this card actively hurt me in my matchups, and I know it made me lose against Time in a game 3. But I still kept them. Didn't side them out for any reasons. And then for draw power, I play 3 Pot of Extravagance and 2 Pot of Duality. I would play Pot of Prosperity, but I don't have it. So I played 3 Extravagance. And the Pot of Duality is just really helpful for just getting the cards you need. Especially like if you draw a Pot of Extravagance and a Pot of Duality, you can still activate Pot of Duality because it doesn't draw you a card. It just, it adds it to your hand. Yeah, it adds it to your hand.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
So if you had prosperities, you would replace extravagance?
Yeah, I would replace Extravagance and then maybe run one of those Fusion Destiny or Red Eyes Fusion for Dragoon or DPE.
Nice.
Those are the spells. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 8 spells as well.
All right, now into the
Now the fun part,
main dish.
the trap cards. Starting off with the Eldlich core, you got 3 Scarlet Sanguine, 3 Conquistador, and 2 Hakero. This is just standard Eldlich ratios. Nothing too crazy about that. The non-targeting destruction of Conquistadors really helpful when I remember not to call out a target. But yeah.
What about for Hakero? Did Hakero's banish
Hakero-
come in clutch?
Hakero only came up once against a Sword Soul player, but I mostly used them to put pressure and damage on field, which was actually really helpful because it has 1800 attack. So, yeah. Then I guess we'll start off with like the normal traps first. I main decked 3-dimensional barriers.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a good decision because most of my matchups used other extra deck monsters that weren't links, except for that one Princess match. And it was like, it was really helpful for just preventing my opponent from summoning. Let's say I went against Purely, so prevented them from summoning their Purely XZs, prevented Sword Soul from synchro summoning, prevented Sprite Melfi from going into Gigantic Sprite, etc. Then I play 2 of cards. I play 2 Dogmatica Punishments. I think this card was pretty good. Even though I don't have the Dogmatica engine to search it, whenever I drew it, it came up a lot and pretty often.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last 2 of I play was Torrential Tribute. This card is just really, really good. Like during my Sprite matchup, I used this like twice, I think, and it just cleared out my opponent's entire board. So these actually used to be Ice Dragon's Prison, but I changed it last minute in Torrential Tributes. And yeah,
You don't regret it?
I don't regret it at all. It's just very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then like finally, I play like 3 counter traps, 3 solemn strikes.
Mm-hmm. All different rarity?
All different rarities. You got rare, super rare, and ultra rare. I kind of... This card never came up, really. And the one time I used it, I almost lost the game. I think it was against Sword Soul. Put me to 1,000. And the only time it really helped me was when I struck a Barone. And yeah, I kind of want to take these out, but these are just too important for game 1 and game 2. And then to the fun part, the funnest part of all, the floodgates. I play 3 skill drain, 3 there can be only 1, and 3 summon limit. Yeah, what can you say? You just set 3 of these, and then you pretty much win unless it's Kashtira. The skill drain is just really powerful to prevent your opponent from pretty much doing anything. There can be only 1 is I think works a lot better in this meta compared to Rivalry of the Warlords. Because most decks are pretty much monotype except for Kashtira and maybe Sprite. But this hits everything else. Summon limit, your opponent can only summon twice. That includes normal summons, special summons, attempted summons, negated summons. This card just works really well against decks that try to put up a huge board and play in multiple combos. So yeah, these are all the traps.
Yeah. Any changes you would for sure make?
I would probably maybe cut down the Cursed Eldlich to 1, or 1 or 2, probably 2, and play some other traps. Yeah, like I said earlier, this card actively hurt me during my matchups, and because everyone was playing Ghost Ogre, they would always use it instead of ashing it or something. But when they Ghost Ogred, I could use the second effect of Cursed Eldlich in New Chain, and that only came up like twice.
I'm also very surprised about no Trap Trick.
I don't play Trap Trick, because I felt like it just it only targets normal traps, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, only normal traps, and the only normal traps I'm playing in this deck are Dimensional Barriers, Dogmatica Punishments, and Torrentials. I guess I could have played it, but I don't think I'm able to activate it when it's set.
Yeah, you are.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
It's all good.
Man. I've just been thinking of new one, Trap Tracks or something. But yeah. I guess it could have helped, but I drew these when I needed them.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you replace if you were to play Trap Trick?
Trap Trick? I'll probably replace the Cursed Eldlich. Like, these really hurt me a lot. Maybe lose my Exo Sister matchup.
Yeah. All right, on to the extra deck.
Yeah, we'll go to the extra deck. Extra deck, it doesn't really matter too much for Eldlich, but there are some funny stuff I'm playing in here. So I play 1 Entis, 2, what is this called? Golden Cloud Beast Malong, 1 Wind Pegasus at Ignister, and these are my These are my
Signature spice.
no, these are my Dogmatica punishment targets. So, I would play 2 Entis if I had 2 Entis, but I don't have 2 Entis, so it's only 1. Malong's from the new set, Cyberstorm Access, and it's like an Entis, except instead of destroying another card when it's sent to the graveyard, it returns it to the hand. Target 1 face-up card on the field and return to the hand. And it's funny because, like, in my side deck, I'm playing Lava Golems. So I could, like, Lava Golem my opponent's board, and then maybe they try to make a play, and I'll just use Dogmatica Punishment, send Malong, and then get my Lava Golem back to hand. And that did happen during one of my duels, and it was really funny. I play Wind Pegasus at Ignister because I guess I just don't have another Entis. And also it has 2300 attack, so I guess I could send it against Tirlament Kashtera. The only target. Yeah, this never really came up. Wind Pegasus, but the other 2 came up. And then I guess weirdly enough, we moved to XZ's monsters. I play 1 Constellar Pleiades, 1 Shark Fortress, which is my favorite tech of the deck. Shark Fortress's effect, you can detach 1 XZ's material, target 1 monster on the field. Well, 1 face of monster I control, and it can make a second attack during the battle phase. What's crazy about this is a card that came out in like 2014. It's that there's no restriction onto what else can attack. So Shark Fortress can still attack after it uses its effect. Yeah, the Shark Fortress can attack after using its effect. Any other monsters can attack. And so it's a really funny card because not a lot of people see it coming. And you can use it to bait out negates and stuff. And it's a really cool card. Next I play 2 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. This is for time, but unfortunately it never came up. The one time it did, I banished all of them off of Pot of Extravagance. But I didn't need them to win anyways. Next, I have the number 81 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. Yeah, I don't know. I was just playing this card. This would probably be the rank 11 train. I don't remember its name.
Juggernaut Libre.
Yeah, Libre. But it could come up. I could also use it for a Dogmatica punishment target, but it just never came up. And then finally, gotta play the Zeus. Never came up as well. Just no chance of it.
I mean, still, best card in the game.
Yeah, best card in the game. That's what the Shark Fortress thing is for. Like, if they negate it, I just attack with Shark Fortress and just make Zeus on top. But that never came up. Actually, none of my XZs ever came up because the times I could make them, I was under skill drain, summon limit, or there can be only 1, so it didn't really matter. Next, we got the Lynx. Got 1 Imduk, 1 Lynx Spider. They don't really come up mainly because, well, I mean, yeah, nah, they never really came up. The opponents are smart and they play around Imduk's effect, where if it's battling a monster it points to, it can destroy it before damage calculation. So that never really occurred. Link Spider I never really needed to use Link Spider at all, which was fine, I guess. I think using Hakero and Conquistador themselves were just a lot better by themselves because they have 1800 attack and defense, or Conquistador has 1800 defense, and that was a lot better than using these 2 links. And then finally I play 1 Lina, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Again, these didn't really come up. The one time I made Phoenix, I was under skill drain, so it was just for damage. Yeah. And that's the extra deck.
Yep.
I mean, these are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
The only reason you ever make Lina is like, I don't know, maybe you have a Ghost Ogre on field. She doesn't come up often.
Any changes you'd make to this extra deck?
Oh, to the extra deck? More Entis, definitely. Yeah, just more Entis. That's it. Maybe I would play three Melongs, 3 Entis, and cut down the links, and try to get the rank 11 train. But yeah. The extra deck doesn't really matter too much for Eldlich.
Yep.
It comes up when it comes up. So yeah, that's the extra deck.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll move on to the side deck. So the side deck, funny thing is like I made it on the train ride up to the convention center for the regionals. Like so, it's pretty much made for whatever I had on hand at the moment. So I play 3 Lava Golem. This card was pretty great. I used it like multiple times. Like during the purely matchup, I managed to Lava Golem over like a 6 material Noir. I think it's called E Purely Noir. Might be wrong. And like a 6 material Zeus. So that was really funny. Still lost the game because purely is crazy. But it was funny. Next I play the rest of the side deck is traps. So I play 3 evenly matched. For going second cards. Actually, Lava Golem is also my going second card. Evenly matched only ever came up once. I only used its effect once to bait out a Sprite Carrot, and that was it. Honestly, it was more used to for Eldlich's effect in my going second games, where I just discard it and Eldlich itself to send a card to the graveyard. Never drew it when I need it, so. And then the last 3 cards of my side deck are just more floodgates. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, 3 Goes in Match, and then I think the card I liked the most during the tournament was 3 Imperial Iron Wall.
Oh my god, neither player can banish cards.
Yeah, this card was just so good. Like beyond just the Kashtira matchup, a lot of decks banish. So Marincess banishes, Bystial Dragon League banishes, Sword Soul banishes. This card was just really good going into those games, just in general.
Yeah.
Anti-Spell is also really good, especially against the Kashtira matchup. But I forgot to side them in. And so I never got to use them very much, actually. The only time I used them was against the purely matchup, but it didn't matter because I'm just not able to OTK efficiently with Eldlich. So he just set all his quick play spells. Golden Match is pretty good against a lot of matchups, but sometimes it doesn't come up, which is why I sided them. Like against Marincess, this doesn't work. Against super heavy samurais, this only prevents them from summoning earth monsters. I mean, non-earth monsters. I guess it could have helped against Dragon Link, but then there's a lot of dark and light monsters that the opponent could have gone into. And yeah, that's the side deck.
All right, let's talk about matchups. You've been talking about them a lot throughout the profile.
Yeah. I went X3 into round 7. I think that's how they say it.
Yeah.
Round 7. Which this is my second tournament ever, so I think I did pretty well. For my matchups, round 1 was against Bystial Dragon Link. I won that one 2-1.
Very unfavored for you too. So
yeah, very unfavored. So, like I was saying earlier, why I played 3 Eldlich. I wasn't around for tier limit format, so that was when Bystials were at its height, and Eldlich is just too good of a target for Bystials, and so now I'm playing 3, and this helped a lot during the game. Yeah, it's just, and a lot of my traps in my deck hit Bystial Dragon Links just really hard. My floodgates hurt them immensely. There can be only one.
Oh, for sure.
Just cuts them off of everything. Imperial Iron Wall as well. Next was a Marincess, which I didn't expect to see. Marincess has a very potent towers with Argonauts and Crystal Heart, I think. And yeah, it was I don't really remember what happened, to be honest. I think a lot of it was just figuring out that Marincess has a card that makes him unaffected. Like, I think I tried to strike Argonaut once, and then my opponent was like, it's unaffected, man. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I took 1,500 for no reason.
Did you negate the effect or the summon?
I tried to negate the effect.
Oh.
Yeah, off the summon. That was a mistake on my part.
It's all good.
But I was able to pretty much trump him by activating a summon limit during game 2 and 3. So
Nice.
yeah, nothing they could do about that. Next was round 3 was my first loss, so I was against Kashtira. What can I say? It's Kashtira. My deck's just too slow to OTK them. So even when I had summon limit and there can be only ones on field or goes in match, I just couldn't get damage, and so I decided not to side in my anti-spells, which was a big mistake on my part, because their field spell is really good on getting over Eldlich, because it only has 28 defense. And with the field spell, I think it Kashtira monsters gain 100 for each attribute on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So by like turn 6, even under my floodgates, he'll have like Ogre, Fenrir, Unicorn, and then maybe Tirleman, Kashtira on field, and they could just beat over my Golden Lord. So it's no surprise I got 0-2. Round 4 was against Sprite Melfi. That was a funny match because I was almost late to it because I had to replace my sleeves. My sleeves used to be black and not the jade color, but I had to replace the sleeves because of something that I won't say because I feel like I might get banned if I say why I had to replace them. But I ran to my match, and then I got there. I wasn't able to get my awesome mat out, so I just played without a mat, which is really funny. Sprite Melfi was a really fun matchup against the guy I played. Yeah, he was really nice, and kind of felt bad for just floodgating him the entire time, but it was all good.
Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Round 5 was against Purely, and oh man, Purely's pretty insane. You really just need one quick play spell and a discard fodder just to get everything going. There wasn't much I could do against it. The funniest thing that happened was when I Lava Golemed a Zeus and a Purely Noir.
Just wasn't enough though.
Just wasn't enough, yeah. Round 6 was against Exo Sisters, and we had our game 2 was like super close. It could have been me or the Exo Sister player, but in the end the Exo Sister player took it, and we had like 7 minutes in time. And unfortunately, I drew this, and I used Cursed Eldland, and that's how I lost. I just lost in time.
You felt like you had to though.
Yeah, I just had to, and I looked at it, my opponent looked at it, we looked at the clock, and I said, I just lose in time. And he's like, yeah, sorry man, I have to play it out. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. So I just scooped it up from there. It just happens, and that's why I don't think I want to play 3 Cursed Eldland anymore. And then, yeah, by round 7, I'm exhausted. So I figured that X3, I'll just play one more in round 7. And I went against Sword Soul Tenyi, which unfortunately for my opponent was a matchup I know because of all the Sword Soul players I dueled against. And I was easily able to sweep it up with the 2-0.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So would you play this deck at a major tournament again?
Currently, yes, with my budget. I just don't have enough money to play any other meta deck right now. I mean, this isn't even meta. This is rogue at best. But
I mean, it's anti-meta. It can work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people at the regionals were expecting trap decks, so no one decided for it. At most, they had a Cosmic Cyclone. which is why a heavenly prison never really came up with its protection effect.
Yeah.
But it came up with its just special summoning and setting a card as like big beaters.
Yep.
So I don't know if people will be expecting this kind of deck anymore. I know all the people who were there was like 3 other people who were playing Trap Eldlich. Well, someone was playing Dragoon Eldlich, which was really funny. But yeah, not a lot of people expected this. And
You know, surprise factor pays off.
Yeah.
Any shout outs you want to give?
I don't know. Just shout out to the SJSU Yu-Gi-Oh community. You guys were awesome to hang out with and just be around for my first regional second tournament ever. I had a lot of fun. So, yeah. Shout out to, I guess, Artemis TCG. Go subscribe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Go subscribe.
Yeah.
Like the video, smash the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to the Gooseman too. I'll never elaborate on what that is, but just subscribe to the Gooseman.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.